Hello guys, welcome to the channel. This is part 2 of my Fireball Rocket Loon tutorial. In this video, I'm going to go a bit more in depth and give some tips and tricks on how to capitalize on rocket loons. So, in this first replay, I am showing the importance of placing a test loon before you lay your warden and healers. This will help test for traps like air mines, seeking air mines, and a Tesla farm, which is always possible. In this second replay, I'm going to demonstrate how you can capitalize on using your rocket loons to save spells. As approaching the base, I use 2 to 3 rocket loons to absorb damage from the multi-archer tower, as their damage is spread across different targets. Because when you have a multi-archer tower and an X-bow locked onto your Grand Warden, usually you will need to invest a spell. So as you'll see in this next friendly challenge, I will not use the rocket loons, and therefore I will have to use an invisibility spell to keep my Grand Warden alive in this scenario. Now keep in mind, when doing this, make sure that you look at the range of the CC so you don't get a partial CC pull, as there could be a damage CC, and if that gets lured towards your Warden, you will have to use a freeze or an invis spell. As you can see here, without the rocket loons, I needed to invest a spell. Now in this next replay, I'm going to show you how to snipe buildings that are right on the edge of the CC range. This wizard tower is just outside of the CC range, so I use 2 rocket loons and 1 regular balloon. In this next one, I use 3 rocket loons, and in this example, I'm going to get a partial CC pull. This could be multiple headhunters. You never know what's in the CC. Also keep in mind, if you are sniping a cannon or an archer tower or an air defense, all you need is 1 rocket loon and 1 loon, and it will do the same thing. So here in this replay, I'm going to show the importance of funneling your Grand Warden, especially when you are entering a dead zone town hall, because the Warden will follow trash buildings and go around the town hall. That's how the base is designed. So in this instance, I should have used the baby dragon on the army camp and the drill, so my Warden would attack the town hall instead of going around. In this case, I managed to save it by investing my RC. That is probably the best move you can do in this scenario. Next up, we are going to look at ways how you can save spells when approaching a single target Inferno Tower. Once your Grand Warden gets into the range of a single target Inferno Tower, you almost always need to invest a spell, unless you do the rocket loon trick. As you can see here, I'm also sniping the Wizard Tower with the 2 rocket loons and loon, opposed to 3, as the Wizard Tower is very close to the CC range. Right as my Grand Warden is going to get in range of the single target Inferno Tower, I will then start to invest rocket loons, which will block damage from the Inferno Tower and do damage to the Inferno Tower so it gets down faster. Normally 2 should be enough, as the Rage Aura from the Grand Warden will also help. Another thing I'd like to mention as this replay is going through is that it takes 3 rocket loons to take down a Wizard Tower, 2 rocket loons to take down a Motar, an archer tower, an air defense, a bomb tower, a cannon, unless there is too much damage on the rocket loon and I don't get to do the damage, and it takes 4 to take down a merge defense. And as you can just see, I just used the 2 rocket loons to stop the Inferno Tower. In this replay, I'm going to demonstrate the importance of waiting for your jelly to end before you use the fireball. I wasn't really paying attention here, to be completely honest, and I thought my jelly was up, but I wasn't paying attention to the animation, so I went to go do my fireball as the jelly process was going. So after I initiated the fireball, especially when using the invisible spells, my Grand Warden is going to target the next closest defense. It takes a while for the fireball to go in, so my warden's going to go to the core of the base, going under a lot of damage. Here I got lucky, as I was able to use an invis spell in time and I realized my mistake. But if you aren't fast with the mechanics, you would lose your Grand Warden here in most cases. In this next replay, I'm going to demonstrate the importance of using a rocket loon after your Grand Warden chooses the path, because there can be seeking air mines, or you can get a red air mine farm on the edge of the base. Rocket loons will pull this, and it will save your warden charge. Also here, I'd like to highlight the importance of fireballing the core of the base. It helps make a perfect funnel for the heroes and for the Grand Warden charge, so nothing will get pulled to each other. The core of the base is always the ideal spot to fireball in a rocket loon fireball attack when possible. Also, I'd like to mention that you're going to want to start your heroes by at least 1 minute and 30 seconds left. But ideally, start them with 1 minute and 45 seconds left, as it will give plenty of time to clean up the rest of the base. As you can see here, my rocket loon pulled the Seeking Air Mine, which normally would have hit my healer if I never used that. Also, another thing I'd like to mention is that if your Grand Warden goes the wrong way, you can use 4 rocket loons to direct the Grand Warden to go which way you want, as the Grand Warden will follow 4 rocket loons. But I would use this trick with caution, as when the Grand Warden is following the 4 rocket loons, he will move up closer to defenses, which can get a bit sketchy. And as you can see here, the red air mine farm got pulled. I almost lost all my healers, but I invested rocket loons to save the healers. It was a very close call. Next up, we will look at a double invis base, and to highlight, mainly focusing on the central invis base. If we're not fireballing the core and our Sui is going to take care of the core, the most ideal situation would be to use the log launcher. The log launcher can set off the central invis tower, allowing the other heroes to clear the core with ease. If the king and queen don't funnel directly into the core properly, as there is normally huge dead zones around the core, you can use the royal champion to finish off the core with the spear and shield. If you have an extra rage, feel free to invest a rage or a freeze on the invisible tower if it's soon going to reset. And some final notes for the tutorial is when you are sniping buildings on the edge and there's a trash building in front of it, you will snipe both buildings, as the rocket loon will hit both tiles, allowing you to take out a trash building and a cannon, for example, if they are connected beside each other and the defense is behind the trash building. And another thing, if a damage CC is approaching your Grand Warden, for example 3 rocket loons, this can be very detrimental, as the Grand Warden is very fragile. Often, when I get a damage CC approaching my Grand Warden, I will use poison and a freeze, just to ensure my Grand Warden's safety. We went over a lot of information within this video. I hope between this one and part 1, you guys can have a good understanding of the Fireball Rocket Loon strategy. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. This strategy requires a lot of mechanics, and it's going to take time to get used to it. The best thing you can do is practice. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out part 1, and like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.